Okay, everybody, this is Prophetic Seer, propheticseer.com, letting you know there are entire communities where their vomiting blood is taking place down in Louisiana. Just did a report 2 days ago about a YouTuber by the name of Godlike Productions who was covering the oil spill, who was there continually showing the public through YouTube how bad the spill was. He was walking around in it, he was on the shore, he was there breathing in the fumes. He is sick now. This is confirmation. The videos to follow will show you how bad it really is. And then you will see how the government is trying to cover it up with jackboot-like thug Nazi tactics to quell the public from knowing. Do you not think that this is happening in the United States? Well, it is. Wake up. Can you not see how and why we have been warning you? Why there's been others that have been warning you? Because they have seen the signs. They have seen the handwriting on the wall. They have seen how the government is setting up a grid for this type of control to come down upon the population. We are about to see something take place that will blow the minds of everyone in the United States as well as the world. This is all about to come out. They cannot hide it any longer. God bless you all, and hold on to your hats as you listen to these two videos.
There are massive disasters happening on any given day along the Gulf. Actually, we have Dr. Ricky Ott, the marine biologist from Alaska and an Exxon Valdez survivor, is going around cataloging the human impact, how basically rashes and other health-related problems related to the dispersants are becoming commonplace across the Gulf Coast. People are very, very sick. Literally, in places in Louisiana, there's entire communities where they're vomiting blood, they're passing blood when they go to the bathroom. Very, very serious situation here.
Hey guys, this is Greg, and I told you guys that I would let you know when I got the hard copy back from my volatile organic compounds blood profile, and I just got it this morning from Michelle Nix. She's the one that set up the testing through Metamatrix in Duluth, Georgia. And here's a copy right here. I'm going to post this so you can see it. Ethylbenzene, xylene, hexane, which was off the charts, 2-methylpentane, 3-methylpentane, and isooctane. Those are the 6 out of the 9 volatile organic compounds that I tested positive for. They tested for 9, and I tested positive for 6 out of the 9. And like I said, the hexane was actually totally over their testing, I guess, capabilities or whatever. It only tests to 200, and I was over that. So anyway, I'll have this posted for you guys where you can read it for yourself, and I guess now I know why I've been feeling so sick and so tired lately. Catch you guys later.
Okay, guys, this is going along with one of the other videos I uploaded today about a YouTuber that went to get checked about toxins in his bloodstream that had to do with the BP oil spill, finding high levels within his body, as well as many thousands and thousands. We won't not even know how many people are sickened and stricken with this sickness because of the chemicals that are floating in the air, in the rainwater, all over the beaches. We will never know. Here's a story. Too sick and scared of Obama thugs, Australian SBS reports Gulf truth. A 60-year-old Louisiana grandmother, an environmental scientist, has threatened the American petrochemical military industrial complex by collecting approximately 600 testimonies from Southerners stricken ill since the Gulf operation overtly began April 20th. too afraid to speak out publicly due to hired black operatives intimidating locals, even threatening their lives, as detailed in Australia's special broadcast service, Dateline News Report, but not an American news report. Okay, now that black operatives has nothing to do with race, by the way. That's black ops. They call it black ops, so don't think that that was a racial term, please. Australians issued a reporter on the Gulf Truth. Sophie McNeil made her first documentary in 2001 at age 15 when she traveled to East. Okay, that's who she is. Australians now know Gulf Truth. Wilma Subra, and now many Australian TV viewers know firsthand why Gulf coasters are afraid, the same reasons most targeted individuals live in fear. Since the Gulf operation onset and Subra's advocacy for the coastal people and environment, she has had repeated office break-ins, intimidating anonymous phone calls and death threats, all part and parcel of secretly hit-listed, as indicated in the SBS special report by Sophie McNeil, Toxic Legacy, on YouTube, as Wilma Subra below, in which Subra states, one individual who was proposing a nuclear radioactive site threatened to kill me, my family, and a local elected official and his family, so I had bulletproof glass put in on all windows on the front, and I had a security consultant come in, and he said move everything to the back of the office, and that's why my computer is now in the back, so I'm not so visible up front. So here is a stack that I record all of the complaints that come in, but I can't show you information on the complaints because I'm protecting the identity of the people who called in the complaints, because they are very scared of repercussions. Obama's authorized hit list appears to be squarely aimed at people who dare speak out. Suppression through the CIA's hired mercenaries, private contractors such as Blackwater, XE, its 20 subsidiaries plus Wackenhut, and others defending crimes on the Gulf Coast. It appears as though these thugs are using their dirty tricks to both maintain the controlled U.S. mainstream media blackout of Gulf news that would be in honest interest of the public, and to enable the petrochemical military industrial complex to continue its slow kill operation of Gulf coasters, where it continues to gas people and all other life struggling to survive, including animals and fish and other mammals in the oceans that we see have been mass dying and being killed on the news the other day. Go back a couple days on my videos and you'll see what I'm talking about. We got whales, stingrays, eels, fish, and crabs all washing ashore in mass, thousands. In fact, it's probably by the millions. It looked like a sea of just shells, but these were all fish. Go look at the pictures. In June, a passenger in a car passing Subra's house fired shots through her window, the bullet lodging in a brick a few feet from where she was sitting. She's probably got pictures of that too. Recently, the Examiner reported that Project Gulf Impact filmmaker who has been documenting Gulf Coast evidence was paid a visit at his home by men in black. There is widespread speculation about the untimely death of one of the most vocal of all Gulf Coast whistleblowers, Matt Simmons. Everybody want to check out what happened to Matt Simmons? Do a search on my YouTube channel. Just type in Matt Simmons. Murdered. Recently leaked documents indicate that Obama's national security tactics are not limited to the Deep South. They include Pennsylvania Office of Homeland Security tracking anti-gas drilling groups and their meetings, including a public screening of the documentary Gasland about environmental hazards of natural gas drilling. In what resembles a U.S. biochemical war on Americans, with Americans' own PMIC, its black operatives destroying innocent American lives in the Gulf region, Subra continues collecting testimonies from people phoning her for help. Due to her abundance of evidence, she has been called to testify before Congress during its dispersant investigation. Subra states in the SBS report. The dispersant is a very toxic substance that causes a lot of health impacts, short-term and long-term. Portions of them are known cancer-causing agents. The other portion causes the headache, the nausea, the respiratory problems, and when it is mixed with the oil, it is much more toxic than either the oil or the dispersant, and you can inhale it. If you can ingest it, you can have skin contact out there. It is an issue that is really important for people's health, the need to be protected from any exposure. As Gulf Coast residents learn about the non-governmental organization opening their phone lines to offer help with survival resources, more calls and emails flood in daily from people desperate for help for themselves and their children who are ill. The sole way to obtain these NGO numbers is through alternative media that most people do not access, and through word of mouth. Fear and confusion in the Gulf Coast is exemplified by Edmund L. A. Mobile, Alabama resident, who wrote yesterday, "My wife is a biochem student at USA in Mobile and is very knowledgeable on chemicals and the such. She is concerned and has a lung condition that has amplified since this all came about. We have 4 young children and their concerns are what this could cause in the development of our kids. She is very concerned and feels that we should evacuate the area ASAP. Personally, I am scared."
Yeah, let me go to the phones. Darren in College Station, Texas. Hi, Darren.
Hello, Ira.
Hi there.
I'm an adjunct professor here at A&M, and we were also in the Gulf and got thrown out. We were testing a theory that the chemical composition of the dispersant they were using was causing the oil to sink. And we'd been there for approximately 3 days, and federal agents that told us to get out, and it wasn't Fish and Wildlife officers, these were Homeland Security officers, and we were told that it was in the interest of national security.
I mean, I could see restricting access so that 500 people shouldn't be able to ride their dune buggies along the beach, but reputable scientists should have access.
Darren, did they take your samples away or take anything away from you?
Oh, yeah, they inspected the boat. They, of course, checked everyone's identification, and they took all the samples that we had. They also took some notes that we had. The theory that we were operating upon was information that had been given to us by someone who worked in the plant that made that dispersant, and they took everything.
Wow.
This is kind of an insane world that we've entered into in terms of the barring of reputable scientists from a public site where they can contribute considerably to the knowledge that we have.
Dr. Dealey, do you know of other cases like Darren's?
Yes, I've heard of other cases.
We might be able to go in one area, but not into another, or we've been going to an area and then we get kicked out.
This entomologist tried to study insect habitat in affected marshes, but was forced out, and samples she took after the BP blowout were seized by the police.
Well, thousands of fish are dead at the mouth of a shipping channel, as well as a dead whale that was reported in Venice today. The species include crabs, stingrays, eel, drum, speckled trouts, and redfish. The video you're about to see is not a gravel road. Those are the dead fish. Plaquemines Parish President Billy Nungesser sent these pictures. He says that there is no testing going on to determine if the fish are dead from the oil spill, although the northern Gulf has suffered a persistent dead zone of low oxygen, blamed on nutrient-rich runoff from the Mississippi River. Nungesser says that this is different because usually the kills happen to only 1 or 2 species of fish.
We're talking about the long-term testing of the quality of the water, the fish, and the environment. And we don't see a collective group really wanting to know what's going on, and we need to demand that happens.
Well, one University of Georgia scientist who found oil at the bottom of the Gulf says that she has not seen any convincing data that connects the oil to the fish kills, but that studies have to be done to determine exactly what's going on.